Welcome to another episode of Grub Masters. I'm Chris, this is John, and today we're doing pastrami, hot and fast. Johnny, what is pastrami?
Pastrami is essentially smoked corned beef, and we prepped this one up ahead of time, and it went a little something like this.
What are we doing here?
So pastrami, you gotta have a brine.
Yes.
All right, so simple recipe. Gallon of clean water.
Yep.
I have a cup of salt.
Right.
A cup of brown sugar.
Okay.
Half a cup of pickling spices.
Need it.
I bought them already done up.
Beautiful.
That's the way to go. Okay, garlic. I love garlic.
I love garlic. We all love garlic.
So I have 3 tablespoons of crushed garlic in there. Buy it already crushed up. It's really convenient for
Easy.
a brine.
Right.
Okay, now the important thing. The prog powder, the cure number 1. This is the stuff that makes this.
Yeah. You got to be careful with this stuff.
Right. So the instructions on the box say that it is an ounce for 25 pounds of meat.
Right.
This is 15 pounds.
15 pounds over 25.
Do the math is 0.6 ounces.
Beautiful.
Okay, so that's in there. Now, everything goes in there. We bring it over to the stove, kick it up to the wall.
Okay.
All right, let's get it all in there.
All right. 1 cup of salt. 1 cup of brown sugar. Half a cup of the pickling spices. About 3 tablespoons of garlic. And the good stuff.
The good stuff. All right, over to the stove. All right, well, maybe while that's going, because that's gonna take a little bit, we should turn our attention to actually trimming the brisket. All right, so get that big hunk out of there. Same thing here. A little bit more I can get in the seam. So, a nice big chunk out of here.
Yep.
Nice big chunk out of here.
Right.
Let's take a look at the flat. The cap.
Maybe in this area.
Yeah, right in here where there's just hard fat you want to get rid of.
Right.
So.
Looking good, John.
Here. We're really just looking for uniformity now. Just go by feel, and I'm gonna call that done.
The brisket's all trimmed. The brine is boiling.
Boiling.
What's this thing, Johnny?
Okay, you don't need this, but God, does it make it so convenient. You could use a cooler, you could use a food safe bucket. Essentially, this is a food grade bucket.
Okay.
But it's got these notches in it, or humps. I don't know what you call them. Ridges. Let's call them ridges.
Ridges, notches.
And it's got this little panel. So again, food safe plastic.
Yep.
Right. It's got the little notch. The notch mates up with the ridges, and then it turns to lock everything in.
Right.
So I don't have to stick a plate on there, because let me tell you, if I take one of my wife's plates and I put it in a bucket and I put it downstairs, I'm gonna hear about it.
Yeah. And then it might float, and the meat might come above the water line.
The meat's gotta be submerged. So what we want to end up with is a little over 2 gallons of brine. We've got a gallon on the stove that just boiled. 10 pounds of ice. That is a little bit over a melted gallon of water. So
Right.
1.2 gallons of water. So close enough. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna take our hot brine, we're gonna dump it right on top of this ice, and that's gonna make a cool, although not ice cold, but brine, enough to where we could put the brisket right in there without cooking it. Beautiful. So we now have our cooled, I mean, I can put my hand in here, no problem, it's actually cold. And she goes.
Nice.
And just like that,
Perfect.
bada bing, bada boom.
So that was 2 weeks ago. I cannot wait to get this thing on the smoker. But first, we got to make the rub. This is the Malcolm Reed rub. Got half cup of coarse black pepper, 1/4 cup of sugar in the raw, 2 tablespoons coriander, 2 tablespoons of granulated garlic, 1 tablespoon of the dry mustard powder, and 1 tablespoon of onion powder.
Right. We're gonna use mustard as a binder, and while Chris is mixing this up, I just wanna call out that there is no salt in this rub. And the reason for that is because there's plenty of salt that was in the brine that's penetrated into this meat.
Oh, yeah.
So we don't need the salt.
Right, right. And we washed this thing.
Right. We did rinse it off. We gave it a good rinse just to get all those leaves and everything, the bay leaves and everything off. So that's been done. Now, we like to use a mason jar because we can just really vigorously shake this up and get a good distribution of all those different seasonings.
Oh yeah, look good?
Yeah, looks great.
All right.
Okay, so let me just flip this guy over. Do the fat side first.
Use a little mustard, just a little bit as a binder. Good?
Good. We're not gonna go so crazy on the fat side because we purposely left a lot of fat here because we're gonna be doing the hot and fast cooking method, and we want this to protect our meat. So this is the side. We can get a little crazy with it. And this is a big, this is like 15 pounds, I think it was. So it could use, it could stand up to a lot of seasoning, no problem.
Oh yeah.
All right, nice even coat.
All right.
Pat this all in. Give me just a little of my hand. I'm gonna get that point a little better.
Okay. Can I get this end?
Sure. Whatever it won't take, it's just gonna fall off, no problem. All right, so we are well rubbed. All right, hot and fast. Yoder, we set it up with smoker tube earlier.
Yep.
Got that going, rolling a little smoke, a little extra smoke. Because hot and fast, it's not gonna be on there quite as long, so we wanna get a little extra smoke in if we can. We're set at 400. Yoder's reading 435 where I have my probe, so that's good, we're good to go. Harry Sue, we got the little block of wood there.
Right.
And what we're gonna try to do is prevent this little kind of low area from forming. We're gonna try to pop that up so we get a nice even bark out of this.
Right, right, don't want that puddling there.
Right, all right, so without further ado, let's get it on. Oh man. Can you smell those seasonings?
Right away.
Man, and it's cold today. All right, so we are gonna be running this for probably 2 to 3 hours till our bark sets.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going for. Then we'll do the wrap. We'll explain that when we get there. In the meantime, we will be spritzing because we want to try to keep not, saturated with water, but keep it moist so that we could get that nice bark.
Pastrami's been on 3 hours now.
3 hours, yeah.
Got the flat at 165, the points hitting 163. Got a nice bark on there.
Yoder's been maintaining even 400 right along.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna get this bad boy off and wrap it up here. So, Johnny, wrap it up. We're gonna use a little bit of beer and we're gonna drop the Yoder down to 350. We're gonna let this guy come up to temp.
You don't need that anymore. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a little bit of a boat area so we don't run everything off. So you wanna put a little moisture in your foil to give it that little extra to cook. All right, that looks great. Of course, the wind would pick up right now, but we're just wrapping this as tight as we can. Okay, so we're gonna lower this down to 350.
Just did.
Done. And now we're gonna put this in fat side up, and we're gonna let it bake off the rest of the way.
Right. And once this gets up around 200, we're gonna start testing it for, the proper doneness.
Just keeping an eye on it now because it's taken all the smoke it's gonna take. It's just wrapped up, and it's just gonna, we wanna get that, as close as we can to the jiggle. Now, this is a pastrami set in the brine. I don't know if it's gonna have quite as much jiggle as normal,
right?
But that's what we're shooting for, is that just velvety, buttery, smooth slice of heaven. We are right at the 5-hour mark, Chris.
Yeah.
We've been watching our probes. Now your kind of probe thermometers are never always in the perfect spot. So when we got to like the 200, 203 mark, and maybe even a little before, we started probing it with the thermopen.
Yep.
Super accurate. And we were ranging between like 200, 207, 203, but it was going through like butter.
Butter.
Butter. And that's what we're looking for. So
beautiful.
It's time to pull it. We're gonna throw it into our cooler, and we're gonna let it rest in the cooler for at least an hour. We're probably gonna be fighting people off, but that's all right. You really you put a lot of time into this, let it rest for the hour. Deserves it.
Going in, John.
Rest.
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 We started this pastrami 2 weeks ago. It's cooked 5 hours today. It's rested 1 hour now. I need to get some of this in my belly.
Anticipation. Anticipation.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh man. Oh, it smells so good, John.
There's a lot of juice in here. We don't want to lose that.
No. Oh boy. Look at the color on that. Looking
Nice.
good.
Okay, I just want to run in this way. Got our point here. Beautiful, beautiful. Man, look at that.
That looks awesome.
All right. I'll just take her down right about here. Cut her right in half. I know this was cured, but that was like,
Oh
Wow.
my God.
wow, yeah, just a little bit of gray there, but like nothing almost.
No.
Right in the thickest point. Look at that, it's just dripping. I'm not squeezing this. It's running off.
Oh, it looks so good,
All
Johnny.
right.
My God. It's like butter.
We gotta get a piece of this. What I wanna do. All right, this is gonna go back over here.
All right.
Keep that nice and hydrated. So I can really see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna get that full point off. I'll try that in just a second, but.
Oh my. Oh,
Look at that. It's got some nice hang to it.
oh yeah.
I'm giving you a little piece.
Meat cheers.
Cheers. I gotta stop teasing you.
Oh, it's so good. Thank you, thank you.
Wow.
Oh, that's good. That Malcolm Reed spice blend. Nice rub.
Super flavorful, right?
Very, very. Very flavorful. Melts.
All right, piece of the point.
Oh, yeah.
Double cheers. Wow. That is where it's at.
It just melts away. You don't even really have to chew it. You could pretty much drink this stuff.
Right? I mean,
That is delicious.
so good. All right. God, took 2 weeks. So worth it. This
Yeah.
is so flavorful. We did that awesome episode where we took the store-bought corned beef, we soaked it off, and we did the Weber Smokey Mountain. That came out phenomenal too,
Yeah.
but this is like an order of magnitude better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, make your own if you can.
Super good, super good. All right, hope you like what you see here. Thumbs up, like, share, send us something in the comments, and more importantly, just get out there, cook, and have fun. This is the shit.
Can I have this?
Yeah.
Yeah? You sure? You want some of that?
No, go for it.
Mm.